If you repaint vintage furniture of any kind for any reason, either for your own home or for resale, I'm sharing a few quick tips today that can help you elevate the piece and give it a finished professional look. Tip number one, I always paint the trim on the back and the trim along the bottom. So I'm not talking about painting the entire back because of course no one's going to see it, but there is usually on any piece of furniture basically a back trim. So I will tape that off with painter's tape and then, either use a roller or a paintbrush, and then I will do 2 coats of paint as well. It doesn't take a long time. You're already painting, you're already priming. It just really creates that finished feeling. The other piece that's really important to me that often gets missed is the bottom trim part. So that means tipping your furniture on its back. I usually don't prime that section. I usually just do 2 coats of paint. But if you are selling it and someone loads it or you load it into your truck or vehicle and you see there's like maybe paint drips or just messy paint hanging out there, and you flip it over, it just feels really unprofessional and it can be embarrassing. So just doing those 2 pieces, the back and the bottom part, really makes a big difference. I've got my co-pilot Lucky over here. He is supervising the recording of this video. Tip number 2. This is something I do on every piece, and I do have a few videos where I mention and go through the process. You can see them on my channel. And I sand the drawer sides. So a lot of times vintage furniture is well made and the drawers are well made. They have dovetail construction, they're made of wood, but the sides of the drawers are really splintery and rough. They're just really rough. And so I will take my orbital sander, I will just run over it with 220 sandpaper and really just smooth it out. It just makes such a big difference when you pull the drawer out and just see a smooth side. It seems like it's not a big deal, but it's noticeable. I also just sand with the orbital the top sections of each drawer side as well. Tip number 3. This seems obvious, but I'm seeing pieces that you can see in the staging photos that there are drips and overspray that could easily be sanded off or removed. I would just take a minute and just look on the drawer sides, look on the little drawer, look on the drawer edges and on the drawer tops, just to see if there's any drips or anything that you can just quickly sand and retouch. We're in the home stretch. Tip number 4. I always condition the interiors of my drawers. Again, it takes, 10 to 15 minutes, not that long. And you can use feed and wax, which I do use. I also really like to use Dixie Belle's, God, what is this called? God, I'm totally blanking on the name right now. I'm gonna have to fix that. Or what is it really called? It's called Dixie Belle Big Mama's Butter. They have a lot of really good scents. I like the citrusy scent. And you just rub it, you just follow the directions, you take a rag and you just rub the interiors of the drawers. That is after you have vacuumed and cleaned with Crud Cutter and probably vacuumed again before you're, putting it inside or getting it ready to sell. But it really revives the wood, it reconditions the wood, and leaves you with a great smelling professional piece. If you are lining the drawers, don't condition the bottoms where the liner will be applied because the liner will not stick to the drawers. But I always, if I'm applying liner, I will just do the sides along the entire drawer. And then for the ones that I'm not lining, I will do the entire inside of the drawer. Super easy and pretty quick. Last tip. This one is specifically for pieces you plan to sell. I usually put together a care kit for the buyer for each piece. I will usually include a 1-page info sheet with tips to maintain and preserve the furniture. I will also include a microfiber cloth. I have included paint, like a little tub of paint. If you're interested in learning more about what I put in my furniture care kit, drop me a comment and I will make a quick video about it and just go through the process. If you're looking for more tips and tricks and furniture makeovers, I have a great video for you. I am adding wrapping paper to the front of a really cute tall boy, so check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.